Dwight Alexander Peirce Jr. was always surrounded by music. As a small boy in Virginia, among the first sounds he ever heard were his mother's hymns, which he immediately fell in love with. He grew up listening to records as well as the strumming of his aunt's auto harp. This early absorption and appreciation of music would go on to shape Mr. Peirce's life and career, the latter of which consists of more than 40 years in music education since 1982. He has excelled at the College of Fine Arts and Communication at Lamar University, where he has been a lecturer and instructor in piano accompaniment and an instructor of keyboard studies. Prior to this appointment, Mr. Peirce served as an assistant professor of piano and music appreciation at Howard Payne University from 1977 to 1981. While in high school, Mr. Peirce's piano skills were honed under the guidance of his teachers, John Quincy Bass and Cora Lewis Creech, both of whom cultivated him as a budding musician. This is a role he would later play for his own students. Upon graduating, he pursued a formal education at the University of Cincinnati's College Conservatory of Music, earning a Bachelor of Music in Piano in 1969 and a Master of Music in Piano Performance and Accompanying in 1972. In July 1981, in the midst of building his career, Mr. Peirce returned to his hometown to perform a solo recital, the last one he would ever do. And in attendance were his parents, childhood friends, and a high school piano teacher. The moment stands out as a career highlight. In addition to his primary endeavors, Mr. Peirce lent his expert ear as an adjudicator at the Torgrimson Swansea Competition for Outstanding Students, the annual event held by the Louisiana Music Teachers Association in 2011. He has also been active as a piano accompanist for numerous organizations in the local area, including the Beaumont Civic Opera, Beaumont Interfaith Choir, Beaumont Community Players, and the annual Brilliance Concert Series at the Jefferson Theater, a post he has held since 2003. He has also been a pianist for the Symphony of Southeast Texas from 1982 to 1990 and an organist for Temple Emmanuel and Wellesley United Methodist Church in Beaumont since 2001 and 1983 respectively. Mr. Peirce performed as an organist for Beaumont's First Methodist Choir's tour of Italy in 2006, which featured concerts at St. Peter in Chains in Rome and San Moisè in Venice, and the group's tour of Spain in 2008, on which he performed at the Pontifical Basilica of St. Michael. A constant motivator throughout Mr. Peirce's career was the feeling he received when, after performing, his music clearly and deeply resonated with someone. That for him has been the mark of success. It's what keeps the wind in his sail, he tells the church members who have approached him with compliments and kind words after a performance. Mr. Peirce was Dean of the Beaumont chapter of the American Guild of Organists from 1999 to 2008, a member of Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia, a social fraternity for men with a special interest in music from 1969 to 2019, and a former affiliate of the Texas Music Educators Association. In recognition of his myriad accomplishments over the course of his career, he has been bestowed with several accolades, including an Arts Award for Outstanding Achievement by an Artist from the Southeast Texas Arts Council in 1998 and the Orpheus Award from Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia in 1996. In addition, he received the Service Award from Delta Omicron at Lamar University in 1989, as well as the Service Award from the university for 30 years of service in 2012. A major reason Mr. Peirce embarked on his professional journey was because he, in his own words, considers it important for young people to have some form of artistic outlet so they can truly express themselves both creatively and spiritually. To those who wish to follow in his professional footsteps and become music educators, he stressed the importance of believing in one's abilities and sharing music talent in different organizations and avenues in order to learn from others and absorb different perspectives, all of which help to strengthen the skills of a musician. Leaving behind a legacy of beautiful music and leadership, Mr. Peirce hopes to be remembered by his peers as someone who set an example and shared his talents freely with others in order to pass his abilities and expertise down. He believes that collaboration is the most essential aspect when it comes to making great music. He is particularly proud that his work as an organist uplifts and speaks to people. When he isn't behind a piano or organ, Mr. Peirce enjoys the opera, taking photographs, watching films, collecting records, and reading.